In my last post, I spoke about the importance of developing a culture that is aligned with the results you want to produce. I talked about how culture drives performance. A key question is how to shift culture from the status quo results it is producing now to align with the new results you want to produce. Another question is, how do I gain access to my current culture? The good news is that culture emerges, is maintained, and changes based on the conversations we have with ourselves and others. You can change your culture by changing your conversations. This means you have to start new conversations, you have to modify some existing conversations, and you have to actually stop certain conversations that are not in alignment with the culture and the results you want to produce. You especially have to stop conversations that create toxicity in your organization. As I unfold my conversational dynamics model that I teach my clients, you will see how the quality of your conversations determines the quality of your results. The two conversational modes that occur in business are reactive and collaborative conversations. Reactive conversations are inauthentic and closed and produce a low-performance culture, whereas collaborative conversations are open and authentic and produce a high-performance culture. Inauthentic conversations occur when individuals are unwilling to share their private conversations. Private conversations include what the individual really thinks and feels but is unwilling to share. The source of the inauthenticity is usually the fear of negative consequences. Inauthentic conversations create no value because the listener does not know where the speaker stands on the issue under discussion. Inauthentic conversations can also produce negative value. By depriving your team of your thoughts and feelings, they may make a less than optimum decision, or even a bad decision. Inauthentic conversations exist in a culture of mistrust. Now, closed conversations are right-wrong conversations. People engaging in closed conversations are willing to share their points of view, but they're not willing to listen openly to other perspectives. Each person's view is highly positional and imbued with certainty. Each person tends to hold their interpretations as if they are facts. They tend to be confrontational and defensive. And most importantly, neither party is willing to listen with the intent to learn. Closed conversations have some value, but only if the participants are persistent in working through the issues. In this case, a closed conversation can produce value, but a high price is paid in terms of time and stress. Unfortunately, when faced with conversational confrontation, individuals have one of two structural reactions. Some people will react by attacking, and some people will react by withdrawing. Neither action is productive. To get out of the dynamics of a closed conversation, the parties have to move to an open conversation that is focused on learning. An open conversation relies on listening, and the test for listening is actually learning. If you haven't learned, you haven't listened. Open conversations generate much higher value. In open conversations, participants are willing to share their ideas, their thoughts, and the basis of their interpretations with others in order to produce mutual learning. Participants work together with mutual respect with the goal of building a shared interpretation and a shared commitment to action. They are willing to balance advocacy with inquiry. At this point, it's important to note that inauthentic, closed, and open conversations are transactional in nature and occur as part of every business process. If the predominant conversations are inauthentic and closed, the culture shows up as highly political with longer than necessary cycle times. On the other hand, if the predominant conversations are open and authentic, the culture shows up as innovative with accelerated cycle time. Authentic conversations are not transactional. They deal with interpersonal relationship and trust issues. Authentic conversations help you uncover the underlying conversations between yourself and others to build shared meaning. Authentic conversations focus on restoring relationship and trust when breakdowns occur. The goals of authentic conversation are to create shared meaning, build stronger alignment and commitment, enhance relationship and trust, strengthen the ability to coordinate action effectively. When a team's predominant mode of conversation is unauthentic and or closed, there is a high degree of resistance, waste, and fear. These types of conversations are reactive, producing interpersonal mush and highly dysfunctional teamwork. In contrast, when the team's predominant mode of conversation is open and/or authentic, the team tends to produce a high degree of relationship and trust, resulting in higher levels of creativity and innovation. These types of conversations are collaborative, producing interpersonal clarity and a highly functional, high-performance team. If this short presentation resonates with you and you want to learn more about how to move from a low-performance to a high-performance culture, please call me at 858-774-6041 or email me at rcepple@strategic-momentum.com. Also, please visit our website to see how we bring value to our clients. Thank you for taking the time to review this video.